Mohamed Reda is regarded as the pioneer of theatrical dance in Egypt. Together with his co-founders and a small group of enthusiastic young men and women, he presented the first performance of the Reda troupe in 1959. Dance is the passion that governs Mohamed Reda's life and work.
Of course, nobody remembers exactly from the beginning. When I was born, I don't remember. A few years after, also I don't remember. I don't know, maybe when I was 12 or 13 or 15, and then not before. We were a big family. I mean, my father, mother, and 10 brothers and sisters. 10. I'm number 8. I was number 8. That means 6 before me and 2 after me. And we're 6 boys, 4 girls. Now we are only 4 people, you know, live. We start with schools. I did my schools like everybody, primary, secondary school, university. I was a graduate from the Faculty of Commerce, 1954, long ago. The dancing, the real dancer in the family started with Ali Reda, my brother. He used to dance what they call ballroom dance. That means tango, rumba, swing, rock and roll, these things. He was the real dancer. So he was a professional dancer when he was 17, 18. I was then 12. But I watched him. I think I began to like dancing from watching my brother. And then going to the movies, you know, the musicals of American movies, like Gene Kelly, Fred Astaire. I used to watch all the films more than one time. If it stays 20 days, I watch the 20 times. 30, I watched 30 times. Just to have fun and to learn something. And learning from the movies is difficult because you watch from, usually when you learn from a dancer, you stand behind the dancer. But in the movie, you stand in front. That means his right is my left. His left is my right. It's not easy. But I used to go every day to learn a jump, a turn, a step from Fred Astaire or Gene Kelly. Because we didn't have schools. I want to learn, but no schools. So the only way is to go to the movies. And then when I go, after the film is finished, it's night, dark. I look for a dark street to start trying what I learned. Not for everybody to watch me, so I find, and before I forget, find a dark street and start try what I learned. So this was the beginning. Started with Gene Kelly and Fred Astaire.
A Babbitt met a bromide on the avenue one day and held a conversation in their own peculiar way. They both were solid citizens, they both had been around, and as they spoke you clearly saw their feet were on the ground. Hello, how are you? How's the folks? What's new? I'm great. That's good. Ha ha, knock wood. Well, well, that's life. What do you know? How's a wife? Gotta run. Oh my. Ta-ta. Olive oil. Goodbye. went quickly by for both these substantial men. And then it happened that one day they chanced to meet again. That they had both developed in 10 years, there was no doubt. And so, of course, they had an awful lot to talk about. Hello. How are you? How's the folks? What's new? I'm great. That's good. Ha ha. Knock wood. Well, well. That's life. What do you know? How's a wife? Gotta run. Oh my. Ta-ta. Olive oil. Goodbye.
Now, when I was studying in the university, I was coming from the studio. I think I was part of one dance because Ali Reda, when he choreographed for the cinema, he used to put me also as one of the dancers. I passed by a nightclub called what's the name of the nightclub? In the Pyramid Road, Auberge de Pyramid. French name, Auberge de Pyramid. There was a group of dancing from Argentina, Argentinian troupe called Alfredo Alaria. Then I went to watch. I liked them very much, and I went to talk to them, to say bravo, hello, and they asked me if I dance. I said yes. Show us what you do. So I showed them what I do. A step from Fred Astaire, a step from Ali Reda, and I was playing gymnastics. So I had fitness, you know. I played in the Olympic Games. This we can talk about it later. Then I had fitness, you know. They liked me and they took me to travel with them. So I danced with them in Egypt and in Rome and in Paris. In Paris, there was a famous theater called Theater Casino de Paris. Very famous. Until now, it's there. When I was dancing with them, like after 3-4 months, I realized why I am doing Argentinian folk dance. I did Argentinian and Latin, and why not Egyptian folk dance?
اجمع قبل ما تطلع اسمع واسمع اجمع نمرة واحد كلنا واحد صح ولا فيش واحد غير الفرقة هي الفرقة ومواعيد الفرقة تتنفذ مظبوط وبدقة نمرة اتنين الخلقة الرايقة نمرة تلاتة الهيئة اللايقة نمرة أربعة الطاعة الكاملة من أصغر فنان للبطلة.
مين البطلة؟ بطلة هي الفرقة والفرقة هي البطلة عشان الفرقة ومجد الفرقة كل الفرقة بتاعت البطلة كل الفرقة بتاعت
نمرة خمسة يا حضرات نمرة خمسة الممنوعات ممنوع أخذ الحيوانات ممنوع الكوتشينة والطاولة ممنوع خطف حاجات الغير والتلكيع أثناء السير والتأخير عند الكوافير وجميع اللي يسبب عطلة ممنوع الإهمال في الصحة دم وخل وتوم. مفهوم؟ مفهوم. واخيرا بند النظام. ننزل بنظام بنظام بنظام، نطلع بنظام بنظام بنظام، ننزل بنظام بنظام بنظام، نطلع بنظام بنظام بنظام، ناكل بنظام بنظام بنظام، نشرب بنظام بنظام بنظام، ندخل.
About the inspiration that caused the existence of the Reda troupe, Mohamed Reda said,
After being with them in Paris, after like 3-4 months, I realized why I'm doing Argentinian folk dance and not Egyptian folk dance. So the idea came to me when I was dancing with the Argentinian troupe in Paris. Very strange. I was not in Egypt, I was in Paris. So the idea became bigger and bigger and continued with me. At last, I decided to leave the company, go back to Cairo and start my own folk dance troupe in the theater. So this was the beginning. Of course, after this we had problems and difficulties